Well, thanks for joining us today, guys. Obviously, an important week in the tournament. 3 teams left to win it, and we're lucky to be one of those 3. Ireland are favourites for the game. They've been in very good form. Autumn, very settled team, well coached by Andy Farrell. And apart from Port, I think they have everyone available and ready to go. But we've got a young squad, but a very good squad, and we're pleased with the development of the squad. We're moving in the right direction. Like any team, it's not a straight line to the top. We've got our ups and downs, but certainly the spirit in the team's good. The development of the game we want to play is good, and we're looking forward to this game on Saturday. So happy to answer any of your questions, guys.
Thanks. If you'd like to ask Eddie a question, please raise your virtual hand. Thank you. Nick, we'll come to you. Thank you.
Hi Eddie, thanks for your time. Obviously we saw the injury update, squad update last night. What are the chances of Alex Dombrandt, do you think, being involved this week? Even if he got back to if he test negative.
Sorry, Nick, you just got muted by accident.
Sorry. Okay.
Sorry, that was our error. Sorry. No,
that's all right. That's basically the gist of it, really. I just wondered what Alex Dombrandt's chances are of being available this week, given his COVID situation.
Yeah, well, the dogs are barking, but the caravan moves on, mate. He'll be a chance. Look, we've just got to wait and see how he recovers from COVID. He has to do all the cardiac tests, and then we'll see on Thursday whether he can train and participate in the training at the necessary level. And if that's the case, then he's a chance to play against Ireland.
And obviously, Sam Underhill's back. How much of a boost for you is that? Obviously, everyone knows about his quality and his sort of attitude and things.
Yeah, as you said, Nick, he's a quality player. He's had difficult season, COVID, sickness, a few injuries. He's a little bit off his best, but we'll give him the opportunity to train tomorrow and see where he's up to. And if he's at the necessary level to play an international game against Ireland, then he'll come into consideration for the 23.
And you touched on Ireland, saying they're favourites and very well coached. What do you expect from them this weekend?
Well, they are literally, and I say that without any hesitation, the most cohesive side in the world. The bulk of their team train together for the bulk of the year. So they're very well coordinated in their attack. They're very structured. They've very sequenced and set plays. And they're tough around the breakdown, mate. So they pose a great challenge for us. But we're looking forward to the challenge. We're not intimidated by any team, and we're looking forward to playing against them.
Brilliant. Thanks very much, Teddy, and good luck for the weekend.
Thanks. Murray Kinsella, please.
Hi, Eddie. How's it going? Did you learn much from how France went about beating Ireland? And if so, what?
Well, we're not France, mate. We don't have the same team as France, so no.
What have you been most impressed about their attack? Obviously, it's something that took a while to get cohesive for them, but what have they done well?
Well, they move the ball at good pace. The secret to any attack is to move the ball at pace with accuracy. They've got good running lines. As I said previously, a very cohesive team because of the amount of time they spend training together.
Thank you.
Thanks. Geraint, please.
Thanks, Catherine. Thanks, Charlotte. Hi, Eddie. Hope you're well.
Very good. Thanks, mate.
Eddie, just a sort of another injury update or where we are this week, where you are with Manu. How's he doing? Where would you say he is in your expectation of recovery and potential use again? Yeah,
well, all we're worried about is the Ireland week, mate. He's not available, so he's really not someone we're thinking about at the moment. We hope that he recovers really well, but he's not someone we're thinking about at the moment, mate.
Just in terms of where you are, Eddie, with obviously the World Cup, it just gets ever closer. How would you say the team is developing? You've spoken about it's young, it's an experience, but where would you say you're at with that journey you've got to get to the World Cup?
Oh, we're in a very good position, mate. Yeah, we've got, what is it, about 12, a little over 12 months till we get together for the last part of the project. Yeah, the 3 months before the World Cup is where every team becomes equal. Yeah, we all have the same amount of time to practice. We all have the players for the same amount of time. Yeah, up to now, teams have got their players for differing times. There's different experience. Yeah, we can only have 25 players until Tuesday. Other teams can have 42 until Thursday. So it's all different. But once you get to the World Cup campaign start, it's all equal. So how are we tracking now? Yeah, in a really positive manner, mate. It's not a perfect straight line. Yeah, sometimes we're going a bit quicker than others, and sometimes we'd like to go a bit quicker. But we've got great spirit in the side. Yeah, I just look at our spine of our team, our 9, 10 and 15. We play against Wales, and they got 12 times the amount of caps that we've got. 12 times. So what a fantastic experience for those young blokes, and to edge out a win against the Six Nations side is a real testament to where they're going. You know, how much better are they going to be in 12 months with another 10 caps under their belt?
Just picking up on that, Marcus Smith, how do you say his development is going? That switch from club to being in your camp with England, you've played him in the 10 for a start a few times. How would you say his development is going on the international stage?
Yeah, no, very positive, mate. Very positive. You know, he's just got to run out there now and gets man of the match. He's already got 2 of the 3 votes. So he's got to be doing something right, mate.
Just a final one for me, if you don't mind. Just in terms of tries, the game is about making space, making those opportunities, but then also being clinical and finishing off. Disappointed, concerned, work in progress with maybe the creative side of finishing off. Once you're creating space, you're creating chances, creating territory.
No.
How do you say on the tries front?
Well, massively encouraged, mate. We've increased our run meters by 40% in the last 12 months. So the last little bit is to finish off those tries. But then, it takes a team like Wales, and they gave us how many penalty shots? So they stop your progress, and then you take the 3 points. And that won't happen in the next game. We don't know what will happen in the next game, but certainly we're increased with the increased prowess in our attack. And you just got to look at the game of rugby at the moment. It is getting faster. It is favouring attacking teams more. We just saw a game in Super Rugby that had 40 minutes ball in play. 40 minutes. That's an increase of 25%, which again increases the pace of the game, puts more pressure on the fatigue of defence. The game is evolving, and we feel like we're in a really good position to take any opportunities there are to evolve our game in that position. And Marcus and Harry and Freddie Stewart particularly have added to that mix.
Eddie, thanks for your time. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Geraint. We'll finish the live with Pat McCarry. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Eddie, how's it going?
Good, thank you. How are you, mate?
Good, thank you. Just what I was saying, I'm sure you've got all your prep ready for the week as well, but just last week after the Wales game, former players in Ireland, Stephen Ferris and Jamie Heaslip there's kind of words about England like they were rudderless, and if you performed the same way, it would be a simple game for Ireland. You don't need any more motivation, but is that type of stuff motivation for you guys going into this game?
Well, I don't even know what they said, mate. All those guys make a living out of making comments, don't they? Unless you say something that's noteworthy, you don't get paid. So all they're doing is trying to make a living post their career. So good luck to them.
And then just the last one for me, just not a rugby one. I just know you're like a big cricket fan and like a decent enough player as well. And just with Shane Warne and Rod Marsh, in the space of 24 hours, like just terrible for Australian sport and Australia in general, wasn't it? Yeah,
no, terrible time, mate. Shane was an icon, wasn't he? He was a player that scaled the heights. He had his issues off the field, but he changed the game of cricket. There was someone on the radio I was listening to the other day that was saying when he went to school, everyone was trying to bowl leg spinners, and they spent most of their time trying to get the ball off the top of the nets because they couldn't bowl them. He did a trade that was physically the opposite of what your body's supposed to do. Did it for a long period of time, and became the top Test match wicket taker. I was lucky enough to meet him on a couple of occasions. I remember we had a net session with the Wallabies against the Australian side when they were right at their top and Warren was right at his top. And we had a guy called Wendell Saylor. He was a larger-than-life character. And he was batting against Stuart McGill, who was the other leg spinner. And Wendell was coming in and smashing McGill out of the nets. And Warney grabbed the ball and he winked to the blokes behind and he said, "Watch this." He gave him two, floated it up, let Wendell smash him. The third one, he bowled a bit short, a bit faster, and he was bowled. And then he told Wendell to go where he needs to go, which I thought was just a great little insight into such a wonderful sportsman.
Brilliant. All right. Thanks, Eddie. All the best
Thank
this
you.
week.